Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Sarah, and today I am filming a highly requested video. So basically in this video I'm going to be talking about my breakup and everything that I did to get through it. You guys have really been wanting to hear about my breakup, and I'm definitely ready to talk about it now. I just took a few months to, you know, pull myself together, to grow, so I can give you guys this advice. If you are going through a breakup watching this though, this will definitely help you. I'm gonna give so much advice on what I did to get through it. So let's just get right on into it. Right now I'm in a parking lot and there's so many cars driving by. But it's okay, we're having a good time. I have my Starbucks here, you know, I'm ready to go. So I feel like I have a lot to unload to you guys. I asked you guys to ask me questions on Instagram about my breakup, so I'm going to be answering those. I'm just gonna be opening up to you guys because you guys are my besties, you know. Okay, so first off, if you didn't know, I was in a relationship with a guy named Ryan for 2 years. We were friends for 4 years though. It was a very serious relationship. Like, I literally thought we were gonna like get married, you know. It was high school. We had a lot of maturing to do. I was just very caught up in my head thinking it was this perfect relationship. First question, did you and your boyfriend break up? Yeah, we did. Who broke up with who and why? Ryan broke up with me 3 months ago. I think it was in May. So Ryan had been in college for 3 months without me. He's a year older than me. We had just been seeing each other every single day. Like, we were completely attached to each other. Like, I depended on him to go with me everywhere, and I was just like attached. So when he left for college, those 3 months were like the unhappiest I've ever been, just because I was just too attached to him before he left, you know? I had zero confidence in myself whatsoever because I was putting my worth into someone else and looking to him for approval all the time. Like, of course my confidence is gonna be low, and of course he was making all these new friends. He had so many distractions, so it was not a good time for me. Like, it was really the least confident, the most just unhappy I've ever been. He did eventually break up with me after like a few months of being there, and his reasoning was that God told him it was best for him to be single at the moment. It's definitely like a hard thing for me to like understand at first. I was just very confused, not expecting it. After a little bit, I definitely realized it was like for the best for sure. Like, it just needed to happen because I was just like so unhappy and needed a lot of growing on my own to do. You get to a certain point where you can't just depend on someone for everything. You have to have your own separate life. So I was kind of a mess at first. Of course, it's a breakup, like I'm gonna be a mess, but I just really was not expecting it at all. We had been like off and on literally for like 4 years, so like from going to that to no contact was kind of difficult. Are you over the breakup? I would say I'm over it. I just still wouldn't be ready to like get back in contact because it's still like, yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. But I would say that I have grown so much since it happened. Like, you have no clue. These past 3 months have been like insane for me. Like, I'm literally a different person than the person I was when I got broken up with. I've just learned so much about myself, learned so much about just life in general, and just what's gonna make me truly happy. So I'd say that's pretty good. How did you get over the breakup? So this is a big one. I did lots of things to help me get over this because like I couldn't just like sit there and mourn. You know what I mean? Like, it's you got to do a lot of stuff to get yourself back together, get your life back together, you know? I literally like wrote, so I was in a hair appointment the other day and I wrote a book. So first off, I learned that I needed to just like cut him completely out of my life. At first I was like, okay, like it won't be as bad, like we'll still text some, hang out sometimes, and like stay friends. Like, I was like, that'll make it easier, but girl, no. I noticed that if I ever checked his Instagram story, it would just ruin my day. Like, I had to cut him out completely in order to like move on and truly just focus on myself. But if you really want to just get over it, move on from this person and start working on yourself, like you really just gotta mute them on Instagram. I have him muted. Didn't for a little bit, and like that like ruined me. It was not good. So I learned I needed to just mute him on Instagram. If you want to truly like move on with your life, you gotta completely cut them out. In my situation, that's what worked for me. I don't really ever see any signs of him, which is super nice. I realized that like checking his Instagram or like stories literally just like put a huge block in my growth. Like it would just like bring back the emotions, bring me back to like where I was, and then I would just be like upset again. Another thing that I did, so this is what I did in the very beginning, I had to keep myself so busy. When it first happens, it's impossible to control your thoughts. Like you're just constantly thinking about them. It was a hard time at first to control my thoughts for sure, so I needed my friends and family. I just needed to be around them a lot. Just being like out of the house as much as possible, talking it through with friends if you're ever like feeling down, like that helped me a lot. Just distractions for the first week for sure, because of course the first week is gonna feel like it's impossible, but once you're done with the first week, it's not that bad. This only worked for so long. I started to become like, before I was dependent on my boyfriend, then I started to become a little bit dependent on my friends, which is like not a good thing. They're not always just gonna be there for you to hang out with, you know? Like you can't depend on them, you know? You have to only be dependent on yourself, relying on myself, relying on God. I realized I need to just get some nice stable things in my life that I know like will always just, I can turn to make me happy. I would say this is like another like stage in the breakup. Like once you're done like distracting yourself with friends, that only lasts you so long, and then just back to where you were, you know what I mean? Then you gotta just start to focus on yourself. So now I'm going into the next phase where it's like how you like actually grow after your breakup. I got to be like way more confident now than I ever was in a relationship. Oh my gosh, it was like poor girl, it was not good. So let's get into that, how I grew on my own. So are you happy? That's the question. Are you truly happy? And I would say yes. I'm literally like, I would say I'm definitely happier than I've ever been, honestly. And this is because I stopped being so dependent on a boyfriend or just friends or just boys or just all these unstable things. Shopping, social media. My mood stopped being dependent on that. Like I could just be content, just being by myself. I started doing things on my own. Like before I'd be like dependent on my boyfriend, go with me to like Target or to Trader Joe's or to Starbucks, just anywhere. Like I always needed like, or my, like after we broke up, like it was like my bestie needed to go with me to Target or the gym. But like now I go to the gym, I go to Starbucks. Like I'm like, I go to Starbucks, I go to Target, I do Trader Joe's shopping. I do everything on my own, and I have a good time with myself, which is really nice, because obviously like your friends aren't always gonna be able to go with you. You're not always gonna have a boyfriend to like go with you and do those things. So it's nice to feel stable. So yeah, I started figuring out what made me happy. Like I've found like stable things that made me happy, like going to the gym. Love it so much. I love waking up early and just going to the gym, listening to some good music on the way there, to going on drives, listening to music. Journaling is a good thing. I need to do it more, but I do find that it's nice for me to let out my emotions by journaling. It just helps me feel better. I like to spend time away from my phone, just like leave it in my room while I'm in my house doing other stuff. Just spending time with God. I'll like go on the Bible app, do a devotional, or just even just reading like the daily verse. Like that'll literally put me in a better mood. Or they have this thing where you can do like a prayer time on the Bible app, and then like that just helps calm me down, you know. And eating healthy, I like going to Trader Joe's and like just figuring out some healthy food. I don't know, those types of things have just like made me like truly happy, and are all things you can easily do on your own. You don't need a boyfriend, you don't need your friends. So it's like, that's how I grew to be like so independent now. This is just my opinion. In order to be ready for a relationship, you gotta feel content on your own also. Hopefully you guys are like learning stuff from this. Please let me know if you're learning stuff from this. If you're at this point of the video, let's see what should you comment? Comment independent besties. Yeah, independent besties, because we are all independent besties. We don't need to depend on a man. I feel like I've become a lot happier because I'm not like depending on someone to give me all these like compliments, depending on my ex to give me like approval of like what I look like and like hyping me up and whatever. I don't want to feel dependent on someone to make me like like to tell me I look good. Like I just want to feel like I look good. Have you moved on? Yes, I no longer have feelings for him. I'm now focused on my own life and doing things to better myself. Are you and Ryan on good terms? So no longer in contact with each other, but I wish him nothing but the best. He's a good person and I hope he took this time to improve himself also. One day maybe we can be friends. I just think for now it's best to just work on ourselves separately. But yeah guys, overall I'm a lot happier now. I'm glad that I finally got to talk to you guys about it, because I know you guys have been really just wondering what happened. Like, he was a big part of my like YouTube channel, so of course you guys are gonna want to know. I just needed a few months to kind of pull myself back together and figure things out, you know? I don't know. I wanted to have as much advice as possible to give to you guys, because I know breakups are very difficult. Really hoping that this video helped you guys be independent, not depend on a man, and how to just feel confident in yourself and not needing a boyfriend. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked it, please leave a comment, please leave a like. I'm always here for you guys. If you guys are going through a breakup or any hard time, feel free to DM me at any time and I'll definitely try to respond and help you through whatever you're going through, because gotta be there for my besties. I really hope this video helps you guys out, and yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.